I don't like leaving the house. For some people, that statement feels like a confession, something you're supposed to justify to friends, family, or society. After all, we live in a world that celebrates busyness, constant activity, and being out there doing things. The person who stays home by choice is often misunderstood, labeled as antisocial, lazy, or even strange. But the truth is far more complex. Preferring to stay at home is not inherently a problem, nor does it always point to something wrong. In fact, there are layers of psychological, social, and emotional truths behind this choice. Today, we'll explore 6 important truths about people who simply feel better, safer, or more fulfilled staying home. Let's take our time with each one, and by the end, you might not only understand yourself or someone you know better, you might also see this preference in a whole new light. Truth 1. Home is more than just a place, it's a sanctuary. For some, home is not just a physical location, it's an emotional anchor. It's the place where you feel safe, grounded, and fully yourself without the need to perform for anyone else. The walls hold your memories, your routines, your comfort items, and those are not small things. Modern life can be overstimulating. Crowded public spaces, constant noise, traffic, and the unpredictability of social interactions can be exhausting, especially for people who are introverted or highly sensitive. Home offers a controlled environment. You decide the lighting, the temperature, the background noise. You know where everything is. There's no small talk, no strangers bumping into you, no endless mental load of reading social cues. There's also the simple fact that home is where our personal rhythm can exist without compromise. You can work in your pajamas, eat when you want, or simply sit in silence without judgment. For those who feel deeply affected by the chaotic pace of the outside world, home is more than comfort. It's a form of emotional self-preservation. And in an era where people talk a lot about self-care, maybe staying home is one of the purest ways to protect your mental energy. Truth 2. It's not always about fear. Sometimes it's about choice. A common misconception is that people who don't like leaving the house are doing so out of anxiety, depression, or fear. While that can be true in some cases, it's far from the whole picture. Some people simply prefer the home environment because it aligns with their values and lifestyle. Think about it. If you can work from home, order groceries online, stream entertainment, and maintain relationships digitally, you might genuinely have little reason to go out. That's not avoidance, that's adapting life to your own preferences. The key difference here is intent. If staying home feels like freedom, if it gives you joy and satisfaction, then it's a lifestyle choice. If staying home feels like a prison, if it's accompanied by dread, guilt, or frustration, then it may point towards something deeper, like social anxiety or depression. But for many, it's simply that the outside world offers fewer rewards than home does. The couch is more comfortable than restaurant chairs. Your kitchen food tastes better than overpriced takeout, and your playlist beats whatever is blaring in a store. We live in a society that often praises getting out there without questioning whether out there is actually good for everyone all the time. Choosing home can be a quiet rebellion and a perfectly valid one. Truth 3. Social energy is a limited resource. Not everyone has the same social battery. Some people can be out all day, hopping between work, social events, and errands, and still feel energized. Others find that even a short grocery store trip drains them. This isn't a flaw, it's a difference in temperament and nervous system wiring. For introverts and highly sensitive people, social interactions, even pleasant ones, require energy. Outside environments are full of stimuli, conversations, background noise, decisions, navigation, unexpected changes. By the time you return home, your mental and emotional energy may be completely spent. Home is where you can recharge without pressure. That doesn't mean you dislike people or the world. It means you value your limited energy and choose to spend it wisely. It's also worth noting that the modern workplace and social scene can feel relentless. Many people spend their days surrounded by others, whether in offices, meetings, or group activities. After that, the idea of going out for fun can feel more like work. Choosing to stay home becomes an act of self-regulation, protecting your well-being by pacing your social exposure.
Truth 4. The world outside can be overwhelming. For some, the outside world feels not just tiring, but genuinely overwhelming. This can happen for various reasons: sensory sensitivity, social anxiety, neurodivergence, chronic illness, or even trauma. Sensory sensitivity means that sights, sounds, smells, and textures are processed more intensely. Bright lights in stores, loud chatter in cafes, and the unpredictable noises of traffic can be physically uncomfortable. Neurodivergent individuals, such as those on the autism spectrum, may experience sensory overload when exposed to too much stimulation at once. Even without a diagnosed condition, many people feel that modern life bombards the senses. Advertising screens, constant notifications, fast-paced schedules, all of it adds up. In contrast, home can be curated to reduce sensory input, offering a calmer, more manageable space. For those with chronic illness or pain, leaving the house can also be physically taxing. The preparation, transportation, and unpredictability of being out can be exhausting or even painful. In such cases, preferring to stay home is not avoidance, it's a practical adaptation to maintain health and comfort. Understanding this truth helps break down the judgment people sometimes face. Staying home might not be about rejecting the world, but about navigating it in a way that protects physical and emotional stability. Truth 5. Technology has made home life more complete. In past generations, staying home often meant isolation. You couldn't work remotely, socialize without physically meeting people, or access entertainment beyond what you had in your own space. Now, the home can be the hub of almost everything. Work, remote jobs, online businesses, and freelance platforms make it possible. Social life, video calls, group chats, and online communities keep you connected. Shopping, everything from groceries to furniture can arrive at your door. Entertainment, streaming services, gaming, online classes, virtual events, the options are endless. The truth is, technology has blurred the line between inside and outside worlds. Many of the activities that once required going out are now possible from the living room. This doesn't mean people never want or need to leave home, but it does mean the incentive to do so is often reduced. For those who thrive in their own space, technology has made it easier to live fully without constantly stepping outside. This is especially valuable for people in rural areas, people with mobility limitations, or anyone who finds the outside world draining. Truth 6. Staying home can be a path to creativity and self-discovery. Time spent at home isn't automatically wasted time. In fact, history is full of writers, artists, inventors, and thinkers who preferred solitude and quiet to the bustle of social life. Home can be a place where creativity flourishes, where projects grow without distraction, where you can truly hear your own thoughts. Without the constant pull of outside activities, you have more opportunity to explore hobbies, learn skills, and invest in personal goals. Whether it's painting, cooking, writing, gardening, coding, or simply reading and reflecting, staying home can be a rich environment for growth. Some people find that being home helps them connect more deeply with themselves. You learn your own rhythms, your triggers, your joys, and your values without the noise of outside influence. That kind of self-awareness is powerful, and it often requires extended periods of solitude to develop. It's also worth remembering that creativity and deep thinking often thrive in boredom or stillness, two states rarely found in the non-stop outside world. By choosing to stay home, you might be giving yourself the mental space that great ideas need to emerge. A balanced perspective. Of course, there's another side to this conversation. While staying home can be restorative, empowering, and aligned with personal preference, it can also become limiting if it cuts off necessary social contact or physical activity. Human beings are social creatures at some level, and complete isolation over long periods can affect mental health. The key is balance, recognizing when staying home serves you and when it might be holding you back. If home feels like a choice, it's likely healthy. If it feels like the only option because the outside world feels terrifying, then it might be time to explore what's behind that fear. In the end, the preference for home doesn't have to be explained or defended. It's one way of living, shaped by personality, circumstance, and the realities of modern life. Whether you're someone who thrives in your own space or someone trying to understand a homebody in your life, the 6 truths we've discussed show that this choice is valid, complex, and often deeply personal.